Control C. Hello, everyone. My name is Delazar. I am a VTuber who does shit on Twitch. I kind of vibe a lot of the time, most of the time. Why do I do what I do? No telling. Can I help you? Probably. Anyways, we're gonna be doing a reaction to someone who I've been watching for not as long, but they've definitely been impactful for me. We're gonna be watching Moon Doggie. A summer. I hope your summer never ends. I have not seen this video at all because the second I saw this in my recommended, I said, fuck it. I need to share this man with the rest of the world because he is deserving of all of that love. Now, let's begin.
I still remember how it felt in those days, in summer.
God, it's fucking beautiful.
Where I'd just watch my older brother play Final Fantasy X. Or Sonic Adventure 2. Or Pokemon Coliseum.
It sounds like this man was never allowed to get the controller. It sounds like he was never allowed to touch the controller.
I think for both of us, in moments like those, the summer ahead of us felt like it would never end. And I just remember that I'd never felt so free.
What the fuck?
As each summer would come by, slowly the games became more serious, and those summers started to feel shorter.
Yeah. The inevitable occasion of what happens when you grow.
I started to think that I'd just grown up. Summer had finished for me. And then I sat down and watched Eureka 7.
What? This is about an anime. Huh. Interesting. It's always the fucking stunning visuals and the lighting that enchants me with his videos. And then the calm atmosphere with the music. It's all very well composed and edited. It's beautiful.
There is no heartbreak quite like the last day of summer. And, oh boy, do I know that feeling all too well. And I'm not just talking about when you're a kid and you've got to go back to school. I mean, obviously that was a pretty big part of it growing up, but other than that, for some reason.
The fact that he doesn't put a joke at the end of most of these things and just lets them get cut dry, it speaks to me.
Like, I have to keep moving ahead, but that part of me from summer gets left behind, and right then and there, I have to say goodbye. You know what I mean? Eureka 7 is that feeling for me. The best way I can describe Eureka 7 is that it's the best 2000s JRPG that never got to exist. Besides Final Fantasy Versus 13.
What?
I mean, if you take just 2 seconds to look at this thing, you can instantly tell that this encompasses everything about what growing up in the 2000s was like. I mean, for fuck's sake, it's a sky surfing mecha anime. And while all that is what drew me in, it's the way that Renton embraces that sense of fun and childhood freedom that really stuck with me.
But as long as I got waves, everything is okay. Oh, I'm gonna assume waves is literally like either airtime or the name of his robot.
This show. For him, that's the most precious thing. And the people he looks up to are pursuing exactly that.
Hold up, freedom is something you need to actively acquire. Okay, why is there? So he's describing this as like a really chill anime. Why are these some of the most fire quotes you can possibly have?
Not compromising on what makes them free makes them exactly who they are. Living for the moments that made you and living in those memories. Because the worst thing that can happen is letting those moments die.
So Moon Doggie, I love your content because it punches me in the gut. But if you actually make someone tear up while they're trying to do a reaction video, that's not fair.
This might just be a me thing, but for example,
Of
sometimes
course.
I'll be hanging out with some friends and playing video games or something, just genuinely having a really wholesome good time.
Yay!
And then, about halfway through the night, I'll look around and have this realization that this game we're playing ends. And at some point, everyone has to go home. And this night doesn't last forever. In fact,
Oh, what the?
the most memorable parts of the night are probably already behind me.
Finish!
And then I'll just be like internally kind of bummed out the rest of the night. And
So, we're just dealing with mental health now, where you just mentally say "fuck yourself," because that what you just described is me mentally fucking myself, and now you have me. I'm straight up just gonna be doing that now. Oh well.
for some reason, this happens to me with everything. Like when I'm watching a movie I really like or an anime or something.
I get that feeling a lot because I'm the guy who starts animes and will never finish the last 3 episodes, even if I know what happens because I get spoiled on them. Because I never want the anime to end. I just won't watch the last few episodes. It's the reason why I haven't finished One Piece D&D because I saw that there was a finale and now I'm contemplating, do I want to really check this out because I've been enjoying that series forever.
Or even like the first manga I ever read, I remember getting like halfway through the final volume and then becoming suddenly so heartbroken that it was ending away. Because that is a scary feeling. That instance when you notice a good moment dying and becoming a memory. So, when I stumbled across Eureka 7 a few years ago, it let me just escape that feeling and enjoy the nostalgia for a little while. And it's
Aww.
obvious the dude whose brain baby this was felt that way too. Literally everything in this show is a reference to something. The whole thing is like some kind of really endearing love letter to the things he grew up with.
That actually sounds really nice.
Things were back then.
No.
There was nothing quite like seeing an EX Pokemon card for the first time.
Okay, so maybe.
Or the first time seeing Ichigo's Bankai. Or just having a quiet moment to myself, staring at that hauntingly whimsical title screen to Ocarina of Time.
I actually think.
Maybe
Did I ever open that up?
if I just
I think
stay
I played that at
here,
a friend's house at one point.
moments like this can last forever.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, that seems a little bit too far fetched, and then I saw the cracks. Yeah.
um, but then the whole show kind of turned on me. There is better things ahead, but you can't appreciate them if you're
Oh.
living in what has been. I had it completely wrong. What the characters in the show are fighting for isn't to live for their memories, it's to create new ones. And at a certain point, every important character in this show comes to the realization that they have to let go of the things they were holding on to in order to do just that.
So I was already fine with the nostalgia trip, but you can't make me actually have an emotional fucking character arc mid video. You can't have a fucking nostalgia arc. Like you can't hit me with nostalgia, then hit me with like emotions, and then immediately after that make someone want to slightly tear up and cry, where I just choke those tears back down. And then after all of that, you immediately go, you know what? Let's go and say fuck this guy.
Summer has to end, but don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. It's easy to find
I'll
yourself
try.
trying to recreate a moment or a feeling that's already passed, but those things had a time and a place. Clutching way too tightly onto the nostalgia usually does a lot more.
I'm not a Star Wars fan, really. The only thing I like from Star Wars were the animated series. Um, well, okay, not the only things I like, but the only things that I really got into with Star Wars were the animated series. So I have no attachment to the movies, really. So watching people scream at those is kind of funny to me.
More harm than good from what I can tell. Um, I'll come back to deal with you one day. Appreciating what has been, but allowing
Pika,
yourself to
Pika,
grow and
Pika
move
in a
on
box, Pika
leads
in
to
the
some
grave.
pretty amazing things. And thinking about it right
Yeah.
here and now, you can do anything on the journey ahead.
The visual of an infinite expanse of water with clouds and a sunny day. Even if I can't see the ending of the horizon, it is fucking beautiful when he does this.
So, isn't that way more exciting than anything that's already set in the past? Endless summer games, all that stuff. All those moments are gone. But just because some things have been great and then they end doesn't mean that's as good as it will ever be. There will always be next summer,
Mm-hmm.
and the
Mm-hmm.
summer after that, and the summer after that.
So, while watching this, I'm only having one slightly dark thought, which is there will always be a summer after next, and the next, and the next. But if you do not achieve or try to achieve new memories within those summers, there will be a summer without you where you never would have had the chance. I don't know if it's a dark thought, but it's just the idea of sure you have so many chances, but there is an end to even your life. But after the end of that, you had your chances to make your life as memorable as possible. But you don't have to achieve things in your life to make yourself worthy. You just have to try. Try to do your best, or even do your worst if you really have to make it that best. But try something.
So, in some ways, summer never really ends.
That was the end of this reaction. Please go support Moon Doggie if you ever feel inclined to react or honestly watch his content. Just watch his content. It will give you a new perspective and it helps a lot when you're in a darker mindset. Um, yeah, go watch him. I'm pretty sure he would actually appreciate that. And actually, you know what? His Patreon is what's keeping him alive. Go do his Patreon instead. Um, yeah, sorry, I completely misunderstood. Anyways, yeah. Let's see. Oh, that was not for this.